She's giving you a credit off the clock. Oh, we're on the air. Happy birthday, Sony Music. Today's show is provided in support by MerriweatherA.Law, advancing clients S1L5 from us. Don't Susan. And from Rhino Cord, allergy spray, powerful nasal congestion relief, all day, all night. Available without prescription over the counter. At your pharmacy, you grab your day by the nose. Alcohol-free and scent-free formula now available from AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson. Someone is in us. Who is it? Regions Bank, the evolution of AmSouth Bank. Direct deposit is required to work. The Selco Partnership and Katrina. Call Ruby. Auto answer your calls. And all they'll get is a recording. Someone's giving credits in Manhattan off the clock. American East Airlines. The season to give. Donate cash or miles to help those in need this holiday season. If we're overbooked, you can find another airline. Today's show is provided in support by Heather and Howard. JavaScripts. Same last name. Celebrate the holidays with us. Visa. Teaser. By Visa. Everywhere you want it to be. Verizon. Why Verizon? Verizon is America's largest high-speed 4G advanced network. Better matters. If something's important, it should just work. See why Verizon is America's best network. SteamPower.com. It's virtual reality, not reality. And adjustments while off the clock. Manhattan. The nation's credit. By Visa. Let's get to the ceremony in progress. I'm Geico Princess.
Thank you.
Hi, Geico Princess.
Everybody
Hello.
please have a seat. We got some work
We got
to do here.
Carpal Tunnel.
This is not all fun and games.
You got Denisha's friend.
Welcome to the White House, everybody.
Yeah, the friend that does the good stuff to
Today,
you, you know?
we celebrate
Yeah, that friend. You got it. Tell it.
extraordinary
Good morning,
Americans
Barack.
who
How are
lifted
you?
Our spirits, strengthened our union, pushed us towards progress.
We're watching President Obama awards the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Dated yesterday, the 22nd.
Particularly
Yesterday.
impressive class.
Good morning, White House.
We've got innovators and artists. Public
B. Siri will be
servants,
animating the award ceremony.
rabble-rousers,
I'm here.
athletes, renowned
I'm very
character
excited
actors,
today.
like the guy from Space Jam.
Go. Just go. Yeah, he's here.
We pay tribute to those distinguished individuals
He's here.
with our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential
Not the other
Medal
one.
of Freedom.
The other one.
Now,
He's here.
let me tell you a little bit about each of them.
He's going. Go.
First, we came close to missing out on a Bill and Melinda Gates incredible partnership.
They're talking to themselves. She
because
agrees.
apparently
Melinda.
Bill's opening line was, "Do you want to
Cashier
go out
number one,
2
Des.
weeks
That's
from this
hoops.
coming Saturday?"
Yeah, cashier number one. Light skin Des. Whose idea was that at Tops Market?
It was good with computers, but
Yeah, whose idea was that?
Melinda
Tops.
believes in second chances,
DZ.
and the world is better for it. For 2 decades, the Gates Foundation has worked to provide life-saving medical care to millions, boosting clean water supplies, improving education for our children, rallying aggressively.
Intrusion
Cutting
upon seclusion. We'll read that
childhood
later.
mortality in half. The list could go on.
Pink Shorts is in front of a live
Donated
Democracy
more money to
Republic.
charitable
Expose
causes
and approve.
than anyone
Thank you
ever
for writing Emerald. They knew. Save the video.
Years ago, Melinda's
This is
mom told her
Auditorium
at home,
Station.
saying,
Next stop.
"Know that even
Seneca,
life
Nation of
has
Indians.
breathed
Reservation
easier because you
Nor.
live."
Club
That
with
is
us on
success.
Sundays.
By this and just about
Auditory
The
Nerd.
other
And CBIS
few in
iPhone.
human history have been more successful than these two impatient optimists. Frank Gehry
I'm very
has never
excited.
let popular acclaim reverse his impulse to defy
He's always
convention.
excited to do the show. He's
I
always
was an outsider from the
excited.
beginning, he
Yeah,
says.
excited.
So,
The president is excited
better
too.
or worse, I thrived on it. The child of poor Jewish immigrants, Frank grew
Give
up
him a
in
full
Los
glass.
Angeles, and
I'm
throughout his
excited.
life, he embraced the
Yeah,
spirit
give
of
him
the
a
city
full glass.
defined by an open horizon. He spent his life rethinking shapes and mediums,
He's
into
excited.
seemingly the force of gravity itself, the idea of what architecture could be.
Hello, Twitter. We love you.
decided
You know
to
that?
upend, constantly repurposing every material available from titanium to
Many more.
towel.
Many more.
He's inspiring our next generation through his advocacy for arts education in our schools. From the Guggenheim to Bilbao to Chicago's
Today's show
Millennium
is sponsored
Park,
by
our hometown,
Move Howard
his
Heather.
home in Santa Monica,
JavaScript.
which I understand caused some consternation among his neighbors.
We build websites
Frank's
e-commerce,
work teaches us that while building
and web
may be
design.
sturdy and
Only
fixed to
from
the ground,
Heather
like all
Howard.
great art, they can lift our spirits. They can soar and
JavaScript.
broaden our horizons.
Our hands are down.
When an undergraduate from
Yeah, our
Little
hands are
Appalachia
down over here.
first set foot on the National Mall many years ago, she was trying to figure out
Heather
how to show
Howard.
that
Hands
war
down.
is not just a victory or a loss, but about individual lives.
Well, I'm
She
very
considered how
excited
the
to do
landscape
today's
might shape
show.
that message.
I'm wearing all savvy from head to toe. Look at me.
The project
All
that
of it
Maya
is.
Lynn designed for her
Oh,
college
you look so
class
nice.
earned her a
I
B+.
did everything you wanted me to do. You wanted.
And
It's on the
they put
best
her in
in
place in
stores,
American
audio
history.
experience, and love a song directly. Motivational speaker, richest man in
So,
America, universe, world,
all of
galaxy.
you
Take the short way, save
B+
your files.
students out there,
Save me some of that peach
the
cobbler.
Vietnam
Made
Veterans Memorial
homemade.
has changed the way we think about monuments,
My lessons continue
but also about
on
how we
Pink
think about
Shorts.
sacrifice,
Highest paid singer in the world.
patriotism,
Tweet
and
us via
ourselves.
early or late at
Maya has given us
FRESH.
more than just places for remembering. She has created places for us to make new memories. Her
Yeah, we make new.
sculptures, chapters,
JORDANZ every 20 minutes of the
physical
hour.
acts
Remember
of poetry,
311.
each reminding us that the most important element in art
To
or
screen your process
architecture
of your
is human
president elect. eBay, Ebony,
3
Bride,
minutes before
Sotheby's, going once,
Armstrong and
going
Aldrin
twice.
touched down on the
So,
moon, Apollo 11's lunar lander alarms triggered. Red
so.
and yellow lights across the board. Our astronauts didn't have much time, but
Yep,
thankfully
light
they
skin.
had
You got it. You
Margaret
won.
Hamilton, a young MIT
All it was us
scientist
being in line
and
at a
working
three
woman in the
eyes
60s.
Phil.
Margaret led the team
Ayala,
that
size
created
container.
onboard flight software that allowed the Eagle to land safely.
Intercepting
Keep in
wire
mind
or
that
an
this
electronic
time
communication.
software engineering wasn't even a
2511.
field
These
yet.
lines split at
There were no
Amherst.
textbooks to follow.
At
So, as
7-Eleven,
Margaret says,
bankruptcy. Or
there was no
LSO,
choice but to be pioneers.
bossy. You win.
Luckily for us, Margaret never stopped pioneering.
Yes, split at Ant
She
Farm.
symbolizes
Ant
that
Farm
generation of
is
unsung women
7-Eleven,
who helped send
1125.
humankind into space.
They banana
Her software architecture echoes in countless technologies today.
split.
And her
You
example
got it,
speaks
and
to
they
the
split
American
lines,
spirit of
split
discovery
here.
that exists in every
In
little girl
Metro.
and little boy.
Yeah,
Know
in
that somehow
Metro.
to look beyond the heavens is to
American
look
Ice
within
is here,
ourselves
right?
and to figure
You
out
got in
just what is
Metro.
possible.
25 row 11.
Light is flight
Banana
and
split.
Edison is light.
Bonus.
Then Hopper is code.
Yeah, Oprah.
Born in 1906,
And the
Rear
Private
Admiral
Industry
Grace Murray
Council on
Hopper
Delaware.
followed her
They
mother
fund the
into
Mayor's Summer Youth
mathematics,
Program.
earned her PhD
Thank you,
from Yale, and
PIC,
set
for
out on a
funding
long
the
and storied
Mayor's
career.
Summer Youth Program.
At age 37,
What is the
fall
Private
15 pounds
Industry
below military
Council
guidelines, the gutsy and colorful Grace
on
joined
Delaware?
the
The
Navy and was
credit
sent
card
to work
regulation
on one
street.
of the first computers, Harvard's Mark I.
Oh, you got James Shield. This
She
is all
saw
on the
beyond the
credit card
boundaries of the
regulation
possible
site.
and invented the first compiler,
Delaware.
which allowed programs to be written in
Delaware.
regular language and then translated
Touched
for
by
computers to understand.
CBS. Yeah,
While
touched by
women
CBS.
who pioneered software were often overlooked.
Della Reese
The
cups.
most prestigious award for young
Della
computer
Hershey.
scientists
You
now
got
bears
Della Hershey.
from cell phones
Allison,
to
cream
cyber
pie.
command.
Where's the
We can
cream
thank
pie?
Grace Hopper for opening
Yeah, you got
programming
touched
to
by a
millions
cream
more people,
pie. I mean, touch.
helping to usher in the
Touched by
information age and
CBS.
profoundly shaping our
You're changing your voices here. Because I slit.
Speaking of really smart people,
Touched by an angel.
in the summer of 1950,
In the summer of
a young University
1950,
Chicago physicist found himself
physicists
at Los Alamos National
at
Laboratory.
Los Alamos.
Big Government was there, he said, because
That's my
Chicago
foot.
paid its faculty for 9 months but
For
his
9
family
months.
ate for 12.
For 12.
So by the next summer, Dick
Thank you,
had
Private
helped create
Industry
the
Council,
hydrogen bomb.
that funds the
For the
Mayor's
rest of
Summer
his
Use
life, he
Program.
dedicated himself to reducing the threat of nuclear war.
And Susan Piccolo.
Dick's not only an architect of the atomic age.
Alamo.
Ever since he was a
Yeah,
Cleveland
Piccolo
kid tinkering
Alamo.
with his father's movie projectors, he's never met a problem he didn't want to solve. Reconnaissance
We want to
satellites,
thank Edgar
the
Martinez,
MRI,
Edgar Hoover,
GPS
Yahoo.
technology,
We want to thank Chuck and Bill
touch
Bennis.
screen,
We want to thank
all bear
UC
history
Berkeley.
awards.
We want to thank Rosa Reyes. We want to
He even
thank Rosa
patented
Parks.
a
We want to
muscle
thank, sit in the
washer
back of the
for
bus. We want to
shellfish,
thank
which then I
Mr.
haven't
Banks.
used.
We want to thank Terry McCullough. We
The
want
other
to thank
stuff I
LSO.
have.
We want to thank Hugh Wynn. We want to thank Mr. Anthony Fossey and the Ant Farm 7-Eleven.
Where is it?
Wait, some of that sounded like
Dick has
national
advised nearly
security.
every
It
president
is.
since
But we
Eisenhower,
said it.
often rather bluntly. Enrico Fermi,
We've
also
already
a
said
pretty
it.
smart
You
guy,
know, we can't.
is said to have called Dick the
We've
only
already
true
said it.
genius
It's
he ever met.
recording.
I do
Tape
want to
is
see this muscle washer.
the Ant Farm. Cricket Wireless.
Along with these
Hello.
scientists, artists, and thinkers, we also honor those who have shaped our culture from the
One day they're
stage
gonna
and the
fix the
screen.
faucets. It's been running
In her
slow.
long and extraordinary career,
Can they fix the
Cicely
faucets,
Tyson has
please?
not only exceeded as an
Good
actor, she
Lord.
has shaped the whole course of history. Cicely
Been
was never
running
the likeliest
slow
of
for the
Hollywood
past
stars.
week. It's been running
The
slow.
daughter of immigrants from the West Indies, she was raised by a hardworking and religious mother who cleaned houses and forbade her children to attend the movies.
They
Once
turned
she
it that
got
way
her
on purpose.
education and broke
Oh,
into the business, Cicely made a
is that
conscious
correct,
decision
Mr.
not just to
President?
say lines, but to speak out. I would not accept roles,
I
she
would
said,
not
unless they
accept
projected us,
unless they projected us
particularly women, in a
particularly
realistic light
men's
and
room
dealt with us as human beings.
as human
And
beings.
from Sounder
And
to
from
the Truth
Sounder
and Bountiful to the autobiography of
to the
Jane Goodman,
Audubon on the
Cicely's
990
convictions and grace have
and
helped
Barack on the
for us to
190
see the dignity
on August
of every
22nd.
single beautiful member of the American
Judge
family.
Devlin and the
And she's just
Distinguished
gorgeous.
Speaker Series.
And
Thank you, Nev Campbell and Catfish. Nev never misses an episode of
1973,
Catfish. Only on
a critic wrote
CBS
of Robert De Niro, this kid
subsidiaries.
doesn't just act, he takes off into the vapors.
Yeah,
Those
he's Final
Turkish
Destination
characters
too.
are iconic.
Dimension
Sicilian father
Films.
Turned
He
New
didn't
York
mention
mobster,
that at all.
a mobster who runs a casino,
He didn't mention that.
a mobster who needs therapy,
How did he mention that?
a father-in-law who's scarier than a mobster,
His high school art class,
Al
Miss
Capone,
Campbell.
a
Yeah,
mobster.
Miss Nev Campbell from Lafayette. He failed.
Robert combines dramatic precision
It's a bad
and,
highway.
it turns out, comedic
Three
timing
troops.
with
You got three
signature eye
troops.
for detail.
Yeah,
And
three
while the
naughty
name De Niro
troops.
is synonymous with tough guy,
The
his
author.
true gift is the sensitivity that he brings to each role.
I'm mentioning
This
the
son
real
of New York
trade.
artist didn't stop at
We
becoming
haven't
one of the
mentioned the
world's
real
great
trade.
actors.
We haven't
He was also a
mentioned it.
director, a philanthropist,
James
co-founder
Dimon
of the
Chase. You got a
Tribeca Film
Chase
Festival.
OJ on the
His tireless
I-90.
preparation, from learning the saxophone to remaking his body,
He's in a black
once
Bronco
said,
bus.
I feel I have to earn the
Yeah,
right
he's in a
to
black
live,
Bronco bus.
and the result is honest and
Judge
authentic art
Devlin.
that reveals who we really are.
Chase the black bus down.
In 1976, Lorne Michaels implored the
It's
Beatles to
OJ.
reunite on his brand new show.
He won't admit it here.
In exchange, he offered them $3,000.
He's chuckling. He admitted it. He chuckled. He laughed. Thank you for your laugh. We'll stop
And
that
then
as
he
an
told
answer.
them they could share it equally, or they could
Chuckles.
give Ringo a smaller cut,
He's OJ in a
which was
Bronco.
early proof that Lorne Michaels has a good sense of humor. On
He's a
Saturday
critic.
Night Live, he's created a world where a band of no-names become
We must
comedy's
segue
biggest
into our
stars,
MerriweatherA.Law.
where our friends the Coneheads,
MerriweatherA.Law.
and
Law firm and
cheerleaders,
salary
land sharks,
advances.
basement deadbeats,
Separated
motivational
bonuses.
speakers,
Tuition and bar exam
and
review
pros
courses
and caveman
reimbursement.
warrior
Relocation
show up
and real estate
Tom
benefits.
Hanks is on Black Jeopardy.
Acquisitions on the I-90. We got a chuckle from acquisitions on the I-90.
After 4 decades,
Acquisitions.
even in this fractured media culture that we've got, SNL remains appointment viewing, a mainland into
Acquisitions.
not just our
I-90.
counterculture, but our culture. Still a challenge to the power.
Still a challenge. Interest applies,
Especially
say, with all
folks like
qualifications,
me.
revenue
Um,
incentives,
and yet, even
or
after all
donate
these
to title
years, Warren
via
Jones said his
HSBC
tombstone
Super
should bear
iPhone,
just a single
acquisitions
word
on the
that's
I-90,
often found in
loan
the show's
forgiveness.
reviews:
Join us
uneven.
directly from America's top law schools. Take rates at $200,000.
As a current U.S. Senator would say, doggone it, Lauren.
You've got
Just
it.
like people like you.
All white, all black.
He's produced a senator, too. It's pretty impressive.
Chase.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Thank you, Dimension
Has a way of
Films.
making you laugh about some
And thank you,
thing
James, for
rather
checking
than
in
at
savings.
someone. Except when I danced on her show. She
And
laughed at
JP
me,
Morgan.
but that's okay. It's easy to forget now.
It's easy.
When we've come so far,
We've come so
where
far.
now marriage is equal under the
Yin
law.
yang, black and white.
Just how much courage
Yeah,
was
yin yang,
required
yin yang, yin yang, yin yang,
for Ellen to
yin
come out on the
yang,
most public
yin
of stages
yang.
almost 20 years ago.
Almost 20 years ago.
Just how important it was.
Just how important
Not
it
just to
was.
the LGBT community, but for all of us.
For
to
all
see
of
somebody
us.
so full of kindness and
Full
light.
of kindness.
Somebody we liked so
Someone
much.
we
Somebody
liked.
who could be our neighbor,
Our
or a colleague,
neighbors
or a sister.
in our
Challenge our own
MCI
assumptions.
acquisition
Remind
from
us that we have more in
Verizon.
common than we realize.
Yeah, we
Push our
acquired
country
the
in direction of
MCIA.
justice.
WorldCom.
What an incredible burden that was.
What an
to
incredible name,
to risk your
Verizon.
career like that.
You
People
acquired
don't do that very
MCIA.
often. And then to have the hopes of millions on your shoulders.
Does that mean I'm the government?
But it's like
We
Ellen
can't say
says.
that here. We can only
We
say
all
that
want a
MCI
tortilla chip that can absorb the
WorldCom
weight of guacamole.
was acquired by
Which
Verizon.
really makes no sense to me.
I bought the rail.
What I thought would break the mood because
I bought the rail.
I was getting kind of choked up.
MCI. Hey,
And she did pay a price. We don't remember this.
we bought it.
I hadn't remembered it. She
MCI.
did for a pretty long stretch of time, even in Hollywood.
Randall bought it.
And yet, today, every day, in every way,
Every day and everywhere.
Ellen counters what too often divides us.
Why did MCI
The
almost go
countless things
bankrupt?
that bind us
We
together
can't answer that here.
inspires us to be better. One joke, one dance at a time.
Yeah.
When the candidate
Oh, Twitter, we love you.
wins his race in the iconic
We love it. We're
1972
excited.
film of the same name, which continues, by the way, for those of you
That's
who
right. Heather and
haven't
Howard
seen it, many of
JavaScripts.
you
Our
too
hands
young
are down.
to be
Would you like a tall,
perhaps
baby,
the
or
best
ground?
movie about what politics is actually like ever.
Shaken, not stirred.
He famously
Our
asks
hands are
his
down.
campaign manager the reflective and revealing question:
Heather Howard.
what do we do now? And like the man he played in that movie, Robert
But
Redford
look at her hands.
has
They're up all the time.
figured it out
Well,
and applied his talent and charm to achieve success.
you've got Chippewa, your first
We admire
cup of
Bob,
coffee. Yeah,
not just for
Chippewa.
his remarkable acting, but
First
for
cup
having
on a
figured
chip.
out what to do next. He created a platform for independent filmmakers.
It
with
was
the
my
Sundance
first cup
Institute.
of Joe.
He has supported our national parks and our national resources as one of the foremost conservationists of our
You're
generation.
Sub-Zero.
He's given his unmatched charisma to unforgettable
You've got
characters
climate
like Roy
change.
Hobbs, Nathan Muir,
And
of
hands
course,
up.
the Sundance Kid, entertaining us for more than half a century. As an actor,
Are they
director,
arresting people
producer,
with
and as an
temperatures?
advocate,
You
he
got
has
it.
not stopped. And apparently drives so fast that he
Ionosphere.
had Dreyfus and Napa and dinner in Salt Lake.
In Ionosphere, you got it.
At 80 years young, Robert Redford has no plans to
I'm
slow
so
down.
afraid of the Ionosphere.
According to a recent headline, the movie Sully was the last straw.
Everyone
We should
is.
never travel with
Tonias.
I mean,
Cosby.
you think about it. You got pirates,
Think of the
plane
cost.
crashes, you get marooned in airport purgatory,
Think of the cost.
volcanoes, something
In
happened
Ionosphere.
with Tom Hanks. And yet,
And
somehow we can't
Inferno.
resist going where he wants to take us. He's been an accidental witness to
Bacteria,
history, a
anti-resistant.
crusty woman's baseball manager,
Today's show is provided support
every man
by
who fell in love with Meg Ryan
American
3
ISIS
times,
Airlines.
made it seem natural to
If we're
have a
overbooked,
volleyball as your best friend.
We'll schedule another flight on another
From a
airline
Philadelphia
comparable
boardroom to Normandy's
only from
beachheads to
American
the dark side of the
Airlines.
moon, he has introduced us to America's unassuming heroes. Tom says he just saw ordinary guys who did the right thing at the right time. Well, it takes one to know one.
Absolutely.
And America's dad has stood up to cancer with his
Taco
beloved wife
Precious,
Rita, has championed our veterans, supported space exploration.
talk about your
And the
friend
truth
on
is, Tom
the
has always saved his
credits.
best roles for real life,
We can't talk about that here.
which is the best title you can
It's off the
have.
clock.
So we've got innovators, entertainers, three more folks who've dedicated themselves to public
We've got 2
service.
p.m., 2 a.m.
In the early 1960s, thousands of Cuban children fled to America.
That's an
seeking
unusual
education and
shift.
never get back home. And one refugee was a 15-year-old.
You got to get who the Netflix are.
Whose life changed when he enrolled at Miami-Dade College. That decision led to a bachelor's degree,
It's
then a master's
MCIA
degree,
World
then a
Cup.
PhD.
You got it.
And then he had a choice. He could go into corporate America or he could give back to his alma mater.
It's all
And
fake.
Eduardo made his choice to create more stories just like
Today's show's provided in support by Visa, Title VI, or Title Viz. Celebrate the holidays with Visa. Offers plus perks.
165,000 students.
Thank you, Department of
He
Education.
is one of the world's preeminent education leaders, thinking out of the box, supporting students throughout their lives,
And here's the new title.
embodying the belief that we're only as great as the doors we open.
Absolutely.
Eduardo's example is one we can all follow.
One we can all
Champion of
follow.
those who strive for this
Who
same
strive.
American dream that first drew him.
First
to
drew
our
him.
shores. When Eloise Cobell first
Eloise
filed a
Cobell.
lawsuit to recover lands and money for her people, she didn't set out to be a hero.
Verizon. Buy
She
a
said,
smartphone.
"I
Get
just
another.
wanted to give
50% off.
people- I
Our
just
best
wanted to give
deal
justice to people
on
who
Android
didn't have it."
smartphones.
And the
Only
lifelong
on
quest to
Verizon
address the mismanagement
and
of
MCI World Cup.
American Indian lands, resources, trust funds wasn't about special treatment, but
Who is
equal
Vernon
treatment at the heart of the American
Verizon?
promise. She fought for
We
almost
bought the
50 years
railroad's
across 3
conspiracy.
presidents, 7 trials, 10 appearances before a federal appeals court. All the while, she traveled the country some 40 weeks a year, telling the story of her
Bro,
people.
you got NEI.
In the
NEI.
end, this graduate of
Nay.
a one-room schoolhouse
MCI
became part of a
neighborhood.
genius. She's a
We saved
proud
us from
daughter of
bankruptcy.
Montana's Blackfeet Nation.
You saved $500 billion.
Reached ultimately a historic victory for all Native Americans through sheer force of will and a belief that the
The
truth will win
belief.
out. Eloise Cobell overcame the longest odds,
Overcame the
reminding
longest.
us that fighting for what is right is always worth it.
It's always worth it.
Every journalist,
A leather song. Close the doors.
every media critic knows the phrase
Seatbelts.
Newt
The
Minow
music
coined,
was safe.
the
But
vast
to the sound
wasteland.
system.
But the 2 words Newt
67
refers, we
degrees. The
remember, from his
temperature's on.
speech to the nation's broadcast.
Remember Ayana from Clarkson
Public
Center.
interest. That's been the heartbeat
And Chuck
of his
helping us
life's
with
work.
designing.
Advocating for
Ayana,
residents
I
of
won't
public housing,
complain.
advising
We're in the
the governor,
2017
Supreme Court
luxury from me
justice,
to you.
cementing
You
presidential
can run your windows
debates
up.
as
You can
our
run your windows down.
national
Carol's Corporation.
institution,
Burger King.
leading
You can
the
ride with
FCC.
us.
When Newt
To
helped
get
launch
the
the
finer
first
things in
communication
life.
satellites, making nationwide broadcasts possible, and eventually
Today's show is
GPS possible,
WUGceLANceX9.
cell phones possible. He predicted it would be more important than the moon landing. This will launch ideas.
This will
into
launch
space,
ideas.
and ideas last longer.
And
than
ideas
people.
last longer.
As far as I know, he's the
As
only
far
one
as I
today's
know.
honorees who was present on my first date with
On
Michelle.
my first date. Choco
Imagine our
Choco.
surprise when we saw Newt, one of our bosses that summer.
We have a
at the movie
Choco.
theater.
Nicole.
We do the right thing.
Pull that
So
bus
he's also been
over.
vital to my personal interests.
It's Chase.
And finally, we honor 5 of the all-time greats.
James
in sports and
Dimension
music.
Films. Hello.
The game of baseball has a handful of signature sounds. You hear the crack of the
What's
bat.
30 days
You
later?
got the crowd singing.
It's Verizon.
And the
30 days
7th inning
later.
stretch.
1-800-922-0204.
And you've got the voice of Vince Scully. Most fans listen to a game's broadcast when
Most
they
people
can't be
know
at the
that's
ballpark.
Verizon.
Generations of Dodgers fans brought their radios into the stands.
Look at your Navy
'Cause
Federal
they didn't want to
Code.
miss one of Vince's
Ish
stories.
1-800.
Most play-by-play announcers partner with
Devlin.
an analyst in the booth to chat
1-800
about
Devlin. Hello.
then worked alone. and talk just with us.
He was here.
Since Jackie Robinson started at second base,
Started at second base.
then taught us the game and
The
introduced
game.
us to its players. He narrated the improbable years, the impossible heroics,
The impossible
contests, and the conversations.
conversation.
When he heard about this honor, then asked
This
with
honor.
characteristic humility, "Are you sure?
Humility.
I'm just an old baseball
Just an old
announcer."
baseball.
And we had to
And
inform
we
him
had to inform
that to Americans of all ages, you are a old friend.
you are an old friend.
In fact, I
Hello,
thought about
Harvey
him
from
doing all
Timsy.
these citations, which would have been very cool, but I thought
Judge Wapner.
we should make
Hello.
him sing for supper like that. Up next,
Up next. Sillyfield McMillan. Hello.
here's how great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was. 1967, he had spent a year dominating college basketball.
Dominating college
And
basketball.
CAA
NCAA.
bans the dunk.
The dunk.
They didn't say it was about Kareem, but
They didn't say it was about Kareem.
when a sport changes its rules
A sport changes its rules
to make it harder just for you,
to make it harder
you
just
are
for you.
really good.
Today's show is sponsored by Kinko's Free.
And yet, despite the rule change,
We've
he was
acquired
still the
MCI
sport's
World
most
Cup
unstoppable force.
with Kinko's Free.
The title he'd hold for more than 2
Yeah,
decades.
thank the boy for Kinko's
Winning
Free.
NBA Finals MVPs a staggering 14 years
He
apart.
bought MCI World Cup.
And as a surprisingly similar-looking co-pilot,
That's all thanks
Roger
Kinko's
Murdoch
Free.
once said in the movie Airplane.
Yeah, thank you,
I mean, we've got
Kinko's
some great
Free.
actors here. Space Jam,
You're
Airplane.
welcome. We're saving the world calm.
He did it all while
MCI.
dragging Walton and Lanier up and down the court for 48 minutes. But the reason we honor Kareem is
He's
more
in
than
court.
just a pair of goggles and the skyhook.
Hello, Kraft
He stood
Foods
up
for
for his
tweeting.
Muslim faith when it wasn't easy and it wasn't popular.
We love homemade mac and cheese, collard
He's as
greens,
comfortable sparring
cornbread,
with Bruce Lee as he is
rice,
advocating on Capitol
black
Hill.
eyed peas,
We're writing with
green
extraordinary
beans, string
eloquence about
beans,
patriotism.
homemade
Physically,
food.
intellectually, spiritually, Kareem is one of a kind. An American who illuminates both our most
One of a
basic freedoms
Conte.
and our highest aspirations. When he was 5 years old,
When he was 5 years
Michael
old,
Jordan
Michael
nearly
Jordan,
cut off his big toe with an axe.
big toe.
Back then, his handles needed a little work. But if things had gone differently,
Things have gone
Air
differently.
Jordans might never have taken flight.
Air Jordan.
I mean, you don't want to buy a shoe with like one toe missing.
You don't want to buy a shoe with one toe missing.
We may never have seen him switch hands in midair against the Lakers.
We may have never seen him switch hands.
In the Garden, or gutted out in the flu game.
The
or
shot's
hit
like
the shot
yesterday.
3 different times over Georgetown, over Elo, over
Bro,
Russell.
it's edited.
We might not have seen him take on Larry Bird
It's both.
and Horse, or
Or
lift up the
look at the
sport
Sea
global
Bishop
along with the dream
subsidiaries.
team. Yet MJ is still more than
Never miss an
just moments,
episode
more
on a Zebus
just
subsidiary.
best player
A
on
Zebus
the 2 greatest teams of all
subsidiaries.
time, the Dream Team, and
I never want to miss
96.
half cat, half dog.
He's more than just a logo,
You've got it
more than just an internet
half
meme.
and half. Catfish. Hello.
It's more than just a charitable donor or a business owner committed to diversity.
I'm half a trillion. I'm
There
half
is
as
a
well.
reason you call somebody the
Yeah,
Michael
we're
Jordan
half
of.
too.
Michael Jordan of
Half a
neurosurgery, or
trillion.
the Michael Jordan of rabbis, or the Michael
I'm half.
Jordan of outrigger canoeing. They know what you're talking about. Because Michael Jordan
Today's
is the
show is
Michael Jordan of
WUGceLANceX9.
greatness. He is the definition of somebody so good at what they do.
Suggested
That
aborted. Our
everybody
censored album, My
That's
1Z.
pretty rare.
Available on YouTube Red.
As a child,
And I
Diana
must-
Ross
I have to
singing and
admit,
dancing for family
And
friends,
maybe
but
they're
not
right
for
or
free.
wrong. A lot less a fraud. And
She
the
was
winner
kind
is,
enough to pass the
whoa,
hat.
nope,
And later in Detroit's Brewster
Trump.
housing projects, she
Available on
met Mary
YouTube
Wilson,
Red.
Lawrence
BS
Fowler,
titled album.
their neighbor, Smokey Robinson Quartet,
MCI
run by Berry
Worldcom.
Gordy, and
I
the rest
purchased it.
was magic. Music history. The Supremes
Everyone
earned
think
a
Kinko's
permanent
pre.
place in the American
He bought
soundtrack.
MCIA.
Along with her honey voice, her
We bought
soulful
the
sensibility,
conspiracy
Diana exuded
for
glamour and
clean,
grace,
clean,
filled
clean
stages that helped to shape the
liquids.
sound of Motown.
Yeah, he
On
filtered
top
the
of becoming one of the
liquid.
most successful recording artists of all time,
We filtered it.
raised 5 kids, somehow found
Thank
time to
Kinko's
earn an
pre.
Oscar nomination for acting.
He can do this.
Today, from the hip hop that samples her, to the young singers who've been inspired by her, to the audiences that still cannot get enough of her, Diana Ross's influence is inescapable as
He
ever.
can do this.
He was sprung from a cage out on Highway 9. Quiet kid from Jersey.
Kinko's pre.
Just trying to make sense of the temples of
I
dreams
saved the
and the mystery that guarded his hometown.
rail. Kinko's pre.
Pool halls, bars, girls, and
Thank you,
cars,
MCI.
costumes, and assembly lines. And for decades, Bruce Springsteen has brought us all along on a journey consumed with
Two-party
Americans
consent
between
laws required to
ambition
record
and
the president.
justice,
Josh
pleasure and
Ernst.
pain, the
The White
simple
House or any
glories and
government entity
scattered
press
heartbreak of
pull,
everyday life in America.
including a private conversation, telephone call
During
without
one
the
of his
consent of all
biggest
parties
hits,
to the
he once said,
conversation.
I wanted
Penal
to
Code
craft a record that
632.
sounded like the last
Visit
record
Google
of the
Docs, our website
last one
for
you ever need to hear.
federal tort
One glorious
claims
noise. Then the apocalypse.
and intrusion upon seclusion for elements.
Every restless kid in
Studio
America was
confidentiality
given a
and visual
story.
information confidentiality denied. To run a critical
He
not
didn't
compliance.
stop there. Once he told us about himself, he told us about everybody else. Steel worker in Youngstown. The
Today's show
Vietnam
is sponsored by
vet on the road,
Napster. They're stealing
born
us.
in the USA. The sick and marginalized on the streets of Philadelphia.
And from
Firefighter carrying the
comprehension.com.
weight of a reeling but resilient
It's
nation
not what
on
you
the
hear,
rise.
it's comprehension.
The young
Dot
soldier
com.
reckoning with devils and dust in Iraq. The communities knocked down by recklessness and greed in the wrecking ball. All of us with our faults and our failings, every color and class,
Every color,
bound together by one defiant,
every yin yang
restless train rolling toward
on the
land of hope.
I-90.
These are all anthems of our America, the reality of who we are and the reverie of who we want to be.
Thank you,
The hallmark
Visa.
of a rock and roll band, Bruce Springsteen once said, is that the
We'll keep
narrative
the
you
yin
tell
yang a
together
secret.
is bigger than anyone could have told on your own. And for
Yeah, we'll keep
decades,
the yin yang a
alongside the big man,
secret.
little Steven, a Jersey girl named Patty, and all the men and women of the E Street Band,
Yin
Bruce Springsteen has
yang.
been carrying the rest of us on his journey,
Yeah, or
asking us
shush.
all, what is the work for us to do in our short time here? I am the president, he is the boss.
You've got it.
And
Thank you,
pushing
Total
70,
Access
he's
Chase.
still laying down
And thank you,
4-hour
Greg
live sets.
Gutfield.
If you have not
You can
been
do
at
whatever
that,
you want with
he
those
is
cards.
working. Fire-breathing rock and
Flip
roll.
them as many times as you want.
So I thought twice about giving him a medal named for freedom because
Total
we hope
Access.
he remains, in his words,
And thank you,
prisoner
Access
of rock and
Hollywood.
roll for years to come.
We trust you.
I told you, this is like a really good class. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to give it up for the recipients of the 2016.
The recipients, this is Pink Short, Civil Code 1622, dismissed. The use, lands on the loss prevention of Electoral Code 30 High, Red Bay, Hid, Tim Toil, Tom, S31. And communicating with your patents. Left or right brain is agreement and acceptance of identical evidence and discretion of all contents. Obtained for Pink Shorts, Merriweather businesses not limited. We bought MCI Worldcom. Thank you,
Now we
Kinko's
got to
Free.
actually give them medals. So please be patient. We are going to have my military aide.
Yeah,
read the
Total
citations.
Access. James
Each one of them will
Dimension.
come up and receive the medals, and then we'll wrap up the program. Okay, let's hit it.
Okay.
Kareem
Let's go.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem. Recipient now approaching stage. James Dimension, hello. Swipe your debit card
An
here.
iconic basketball player. An iconic basketball player who revolutionized
Subtle
the sport with
accent.
his all-around play and signature skyhook. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a 19-time All-Star,
Chase.
6-time world champion, and the leading scorer in NBA
You
history.
got it.
Adding to his achievements on the court, he also left his mark off of it, advocating for civil rights, cancer research, science education, and social justice. In doing so, Kareem
Social
Abdul-Jabbar leaves a
justice.
towering legacy of compassion, faith, and service to
And
others. A legacy
service.
based not
Our
only on the
legacy.
strength and grace of
Our
his
strength, our
athleticism,
grace.
but on the
The Citibank.
sharpness of his mind and the size of his heart.
And the size of his heart. Where's Nancy Grace? We never heard from her. To Citibank. Where's Citibank? At 11. Today's show is provided in support by Verizon Support. Jordan Neglin.
Accepting on behalf of his mother.
Let's make your day brighter. Please follow us and send us a DM so I can help you. JV or VJ. And a Cebus subsidiary. A Cebus subsidiaries.
Eloise Cobell spent her life defying the odds.
Define the odds of
As a young
people.
woman, she was told that she wasn't
Told.
capable of understanding
Wasn't
accounting.
equal of
So she
understanding.
mastered the field. And
Mastered
used her
the field.
expertise to
Visa
champion a
by
lawsuit
Visa.
whose historic settlement
Historic
has helped
settlement
restore
of
tribal
$500
homelands to her
billion
beloved Blackfeet Nation and many other tribes.
in MCI
Today,
WorldCup
her tenacious
acquisitions.
and unwavering spirit
From me,
lives on in the
Verizon.
thousands of people and hundreds of tribes
In
for
hundreds
whom
of
she
trials.
fought, and in all those she taught to believe that it is never too late to right the wrongs of the past and help shape a better future.
And help shape a better future. Congratulations. Bring your device to Verizon. Your device, our network, a perfect match. Get a free SIM card, no annual contract, keep unused gigs with carryover data. Only on
Ellen
Verizon.
DeGeneres.
I have until October. But choose that link. I have until October.
In a career
Well,
spanning
I have
3
Verizon.
decades,
Click the
Ellen
I have
DeGeneres
Verizon
has
link
lifted our spirits
and add
brought
your
joy to our
existing
lives as a
information.
stand-up comic,
Only
actor, and
on
television star.
Verizon. I
In
have
every role,
Verizon.
she reminds us to be kind to one another.
I have
and
full
to treat
stamps
people
too.
as each of us
Click on
wants
the
to
I
be
have
treated.
Verizon.
At a pivotal moment,
Pivotal
her courage
moments.
and candor helped change the hearts and minds
Administrative.
of millions of Americans,
Millions of Americans.
accelerating our nation's
Accelerating our
constant
nation.
drive toward equality and acceptance
Equality,
for all.
as he
Again
said,
and
for
again,
all.
Ellen DeGeneres has shown us that a single individual can make the world a more fun,
And more fun,
open, more loving place,
more loving
so
place.
long as we just keep swimming.
Keep swimming. Congratulations, Ellen DeGeneres. Today's show is provided in support by Heather Howard JavaScript. Our hands are down.
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Yeah, we make our coffee with our hands down.
For over 50 years,
For over
Robert
50
De Niro
years.
has delivered some of
Delivered.
Screen's most memorable performances.
Memorable
cementing his
performances.
place as one of the most gifted actors
Gifted
in his generation.
actors in our
From The
nation.
Godfather Part 2
The
and The Deer Hunter
Godfather.
to Midnight Run and
Midnight
Heat.
Run.
His work is legendary.
His work
for its
is
range and
legendary.
depth. Relentlessly committed
Relentlessly.
to his craft, De Niro embodies his characters, creating rich,
Creating
nuanced
rich
portraits that reflect the heart of the human experience.
of the human
Regardless
experience.
of genre or era, Robert De Niro
Robert
continues
De
to
Niro.
demonstrate that extraordinary skill that has
Extraordinary
made him
skill.
one of America's most revered
America's
and
most.
influential artists.
Congratulations, Robert De Niro. Oh, click this link here. This is administrative. The information you enter does not match our files. But I have until Verizon.
Richard L. Garwin.
Click it again. Putin. I have Verizon. Sign in.
One of the most renowned
One of the most
scientific
renowned
and engineering minds
scientific.
of our time, Dr. Richard Garwin has always answered the call to help solve society's
We have a
most
privacy
challenging
shot from the
problems.
private industry
He has
console.
coupled his pioneering work
May
in
of Summer
defense
Youth,
and explosive
Lifestyle Street Gear,
technologies with
Crystal
leadership that
Prince,
underscores the urgency
Point of No
for
Return,
humanity to control
First
the spread of
Student
nuclear arms.
Training.
Through his advice to Republican and Democratic administrations
Yeah, we
dating
know
to
since we were
President Eisenhower,
14.
his contributions
Oh,
in
look, it's Heather
fundamental
Howard. They
research
tweeted.
and his inventions that
The
power
holidays,
technologies
when
that drive
everything
our
shows
modern
its
world.
heart.
Richard Garwin has
Try our
pioneered
new
not
holiday
only to this nation's
spice.
security and
Flat
prosperity,
white.
but to the quality of life
Our hands are down at
all over.
Heather Howard. JavaScript. Yeah, our hands are down. Try all of your sugar plum dreams here at Howard Heather. JavaScript. And ever tried it with
William
peppermint?
H. Gates
Try it
III,
here
Melinda
at Heather
French
Howard.
Gates.
JavaScript. This is so good. What's in here?
Few people have had the profound global impact of Bill and Melinda Gates.
Well, you know, it's a
Through their
little bit of
work at
this,
the
a little
Bill
bit of
and
that,
Melinda
a little
Gates
bit of
Foundation, they've demonstrated how the most
yeah,
capable
yeah,
and fortunate
and it
among us
spreads.
have a
Oh, it's so
responsibility
good.
to use their
What's in
talents
here?
and resources to tackle the world's greatest challenges.
You got
From helping
551.
women and girls lift themselves and their families out of poverty to
Oh, my
empowering
phone
young
number, you
minds
got it.
across America, they
That's
have
what's in there.
transformed countless lives with their generosity
With their
and innovation.
generosity.
Bill and Melinda Gates continue to inspire us
My
with their
lessons
impatient
continue on
optimism
Pink
that
Shorts.
together we can remake the world as it should be.
Today's show provided support by Visa. And the new title. BS. $500 billion of tuition. Oh, looks like I went to school after you graduated. Top of the class.
Frank Gehry.
I graduated top of the class. I'm MCI valedictorian. MCI valedictorian. Verizon
Never
College.
limited by conventional materials, styles, or processes,
Styles.
Frank Gehry's bold
Frank
and thoughtful
Gehry's
structures
bold.
demonstrate architecture's power
Architecture
to
failed.
induce
Miss Neb
wonder and
Campbell,
revitalize
Dimension
communities.
Films. Yin Yang.
A creative mind from an early age,
The
he
Blockbusters
began his
here on
career by building
822 a
imaginary
month
homes
later.
and cities with scrap material from his grandfather's hardware store.
0204, you got it.
Since then, his work
Since
continues
then,
to
his
strike
work.
a balance between
A balance.
experimentation and functionality,
Experimentation. My
resulting in
lessons
some of
continue.
the 20th
On
century's
Pink
most
Shorts.
iconic buildings. From his pioneering use of technology to the dozens of
To the
awe-inspiring sites that
dozens
bear his
of school
signature
here,
style, to
snag.
his public service as
Public
a citizen
service.
artist through his
An artist.
work with Turnaround
Work
Arts,
with
Frank
turnaround
Gehry has
artists.
proven himself an exemplar
An
scholar of American
exemplary.
innovation.
Oh, Twitter, we love you. Twitter. Twitter. We love Twitter.
Margaret Hayfield Hamilton.
DA, we love you.
A pioneer in
A
technology,
pioneer in
Margaret
technology. My
Hamilton
lessons
defined new
continue.
forms of software engineering
Software
and helped launch
engineering.
an industry that would
And
forever
Iona
change human
Clark.
history. Her software
And
architecture
Clark
led to
Sincera.
giant leaps for humankind,
Chuck and
writing
Bill.
the code that
Design.
helped
Control.
America set foot on the moon.
On the moon.
She broke barriers
She broke
and founded her
barriers.
own software businesses, revolutionizing an industry
And graduated
inspiring
at top
countless
of the
women to
MCI
participate
Rollcom
in STEM fields.
valedictorian
Her love of
class
exploration and innovation
of
are the source
2000.
code of the American spirit,
Dodie.
and her genius has
And her
inspired
genius has
generations
inspired
to reach for the
generations
stars.
to songs and other ding 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 ding. Yeah, fried Oreos. I love fried Oreos. Fried Oreos from Sweeney Fest. We called it fried Oreos from Sweeney Fest. Mix 'ems. Yeah, mix 'ems.
Thomas J. Hanks.
Kinkles Free Nixon. Sweeney Fish. Fried Oreos. Britain.
Throughout a distinguished
Throughout a distinguished career, MCI Realcom,
portraying war
I've
heroes,
acquisition,
an astronaut, a ship captain,
Verizon,
a cartoon cowboy,
a cartoon
a young
account,
man growing up too fast,
man
and
growing up
dozens
too
of others.
fast.
He's allowed us to see
He's allowed
ourselves
us to
not only
see,
as we are, but as we aspire to be.
but as we've inspired to
On
be.
screen and off, Tom Hanks has honored the
Tom
sacrifices of those who have
Hanks,
served our
congratulations,
nation,
Tom
called on
Hanks.
us all to
Thank
think
you for
big
all your
and to believe,
films and all your
inspired a new
work.
generation
We
of
appreciate
young
it.
people to
Here,
reach
Pink
for the
Shorts.
sky.
Congratulations, Tom Hanks. Congrats. Congratulations. Today's show is sponsored by Verizon Wireless. Already have a device? Click the I Have Verizon link at Verizon Wireless. .administrator.
As a child he loved
Rear
Admiral Grace Murray Hopper found her calling early.
What if I don't have
A
Verizon?
Vassar
Just click
alumna
it.
with a
It's
PhD in mathematics from Yale.
a metaphor.
Hopper served in the Navy during World
Oh,
War
okay.
II, becoming one of the first programmers
Yeah, she
of
said it.
computing. Known today as the Queen of Code,
I haven't
Grace
till
Hopper's work helped make the coding language more practical.
click the I Have Verizon
She
link
invented the
for
first
your own
compiler
device.
or translator, a fundamental element of our now
Fundamental
digital
element.
Amazing
But we have to
Grace
go, guys. We'll
was
talk to you guys in
committed
the
to making the
re-air.
language of computer
Lights
programming
up.
more
Remember,
universal.
MCI Realcom has been
Today, we honor
acquisition
her
by
contributions to
me,
computer science
Verizon. I'm
and the
Geico
sense of
Princess. Gotta go.
possibility she inspired in
Yeah, the
generations of
Geico
young people.
Princess bought it.